There have been more dramatic semifinals. There have been more memorable cup runs. But Jose Mourinho and Tottenham are unlikely to care. A comfortable 2-0 win over Brentford, secured with a Moussa Sissoko header and a classic Son Heung-min breakaway, booked Spurs' place in April's League Cup final against either Manchester United or Manchester City and the possibility of winning the club's first trophy since 2008. This has been a very strange season for Tottenham. It began abysmally with a desperately flat defeat to Everton, but then caught light. A run of 11 league games without defeat raised talk of an improbable title challenge. Son and Harry Kane became the most deadly partnership in the league, opponents apparently unable to deal with Kane dropping deep and Son running beyond him from the left, with Steven Bergwijn, for the most part, a willing chugger on the right. But within that 11 games there was a subtle shift. It began with a certain freedom. Spurs put 5 past Southampton and 6 past Manchester United. But 3 goals conceded in the final 10 minutes in the 3-3 draw at home to West Ham led to a reassessment. Mourinho had his side retreat. Tottenham began to play even more with a low block, looking to use the pace of Son and Bergwijn on the counter. To an extent, it worked. Manchester City and Arsenal lured into overcommitting and were picked off on the break. Chelsea was so anxious about the possibility of being countered against that it accepted a 0-0 draw almost from the opening kick. Mourinho's swagger returned. Suddenly he was funny again. Football remembered why it had been charmed by him when he first burst onto the consciousness at Porto and Chelsea. Amid the weirdness of this season, his football seemed to make sense. The truncated preseason and the compressed calendar made it hard for the more sophisticated pressing teams to create their structures. Fatigue, far earlier than usual, became a factor. Tactical evolution regressed. Football came back to Mourinho. When Spurs went to Anfield prior to the festive fixtures, it seemed like a game that could end up being regarded at the end of the season as having been decisive in the title race. Spurs invited pressure, fell behind then nicked an equalizer. In the second half, it presented a major danger on the break. Bergwijn hit the post. Kane had a close-range header bounce over the bar. And then,